Okay, so the handle or the strap should be relatively straightforward enough. I am going to just take this for a moment. I'm just going to take maybe, these faces and just duplicate those. Thank you. Ooh, what have I done? Step back. Don't want to do anything like that. So just to make sure, I'm going to save so I don't mess anything up. Okay, let's come back in, and I want to take those faces and I'm just going to duplicate those faces. And then I always click off and back on again because it can be a bit funny. And then, okay, I've taken the whole ring. Let's just center my pivot. Make sure I haven't messed that up. No, I haven't. That's okay. I can just delete that one and then that one, and then I should be able to just delete that whole section. So then I've got this, and I suppose all I really want from this is have a little bit here, which will be the beginning of my strap, and delete all of that. And I'm going to start by actually just creating a curve. And that curve is going to be from this point here. So I am going to come in and go create curve, and I'm going to try curve tool, and I'm going to try and just do a 3-point curve and see how this comes out for me. So I will start from, if I hold down V to snap to a point and just snap it to that point there, then I'm going to come into my front view. Actually, let me try a 2-point curve. Create curve, 2-point circular arc. And V to snap to that point first. Not that point. That's not central piece. Get there in the end, promise. And curve tool, 2-point. Hold down V, snap. Delete that curve point. Turn on my topology. Hold down V and then snap to there. And then I'm going to come into my top side front view, turn on my grid, and say hold down X and snap to that grid. Ooh. And pull that down. Can I? No, not. Oops. Now, if I right click and go to control vertex points, then it will allow me to, I want to quit that. No. Right click. I'll go to object mode first. Right click. Control vertex points. And I want to just sort of adjust this a little bit. So it's this bit here really what I want to kind of snap out to the point so it kind of goes up first. And then let's just manipulate this. I want it to have a nice soft natural curve. So I don't want to sort of mess around with this too much. Let's just pull that over there, but I want it to come straight up a little bit. So I'm kind of matching that relatively closely, I feel. Can I delete that point? Yeah, I can. So that might just help smooth it out a little bit. But it's important that this bit is flat so it doesn't kind of form like a kind of an M. So I'm just manipulating this curve a little bit from the 2-point curve to give me something, and just fine tune. If I come in now, we can sort of see how that's going, and I think that looks pretty decent. And then what I'm going to do is take this piece, center my pivot, and what I actually want to do change the angle in this, but I'm going to do it this way instead. So I am going to extrude that down, just say to there for now. And I'm going to take that face and delete that face. And then I'm just going to take the edge and extrude just the edge for now. You can extrude the faces and stuff, but I'm going to do the edge first because then I think I'll get an even better result, because then I can just edit the thickness and then extrude, and then it'll go straight to the end from the beginning and extrude along a curve. And then I can just add in divisions like so. And I've got a lot of those edges which I don't need, so I'll delete those in a second. But then I've got that strap. Hit Q on that because I don't need any of these. So I'm just going to go to edge loop and edge loop, or edge loop and delete to keep it simple. And then I just want to narrow that in a little bit so it just fits inside. And then I will just bring that across. And I will delete the history and delete the curve. I don't need the curve anymore. And then I'm going to extrude negative thickness to about there. Reverse. And then I need to pull that down so it properly fits with inside that, as we kind of want it to. Delete that face. Try and find reference for the edge. So it's soft and round all the way. So if I was just to smooth that now, not quite got as much structure as it needs to have. So what I'm going to do is just isolate this for a moment because I want to add in a couple of loops here. And just pull this down. So it's kind of going to be visible. So that will just affect that with the, what's the word? Ambient occlusion when we bake. And then I'm going to bevel. And then just take that in, 3 on the keyboard. Still feel like it doesn't quite hold enough shape. I think that's better. It's rounded, but it's still got a nice shape to it. I'm not worrying too much about that because it is hidden, so long as it's not protruding through, which it's not. So that is fine for me. And then I will take both of those. I'll combine them for now. And then the pivot point will move to the middle, the grid. There's my front view, sorry. D and X to snap the grid. And then I will duplicate and -1 in the X. Like so. And then I'm going to come in, see it's slightly overlapping, that's not an issue. I'm going to combine, grab those middle verts, bring them together with my scale tool, merge and merge 32 to 16, and then I just want to lift that up to make sure it's in line with those, so we don't have that kind of M effect going on in the middle. So then I've now got that strap, and you'll see as well that when it kind of curves, it does clip that. So I'm not too fussed. I may need to edit it a little, but what I want to do is essentially come down and set my pivot point to like this point in there. So when it does rotate, it does so, and it's clipping that corner, but like it does in the real world, and it would stretch. I'm holding J when I rotate, but I can take that all the way down and sort of clip. But for now, I'm going to leave it. Hold down J, maybe just rotate it back a little bit. Don't really want it to clip. Let's just bring that there, and let's just separate. And I'll give it a lattice again. Reduce the T divisions, lattice points. Just see if I can just pull that up a little bit more on that point. I didn't actually. No, where are you gone? Object mode. Might want actually a division or two. So then I'm just taking this section. And I can just edit that handle just a bit. See if that, nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to leave it as it is. I think it's closer without the lattice. So there we go. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. And then I will just combine those back up again. And I'm going to leave it like that for now. So there are sort of some imperfections with the handle, but I don't mind that, so to speak. And then that's pretty much the handle done. And then the next thing I'm going to look at is the name tag, the Robert's name tag, and also this grill. So I want to come in and have a look at this grill and see what's going on there. I think I want to model it rather than try and texture it, just to kind of get that feel for it. Okay, so we'll come back in a moment and look at the name, how we're going to approach it, and the grill.